There he is.
Be warned, this meeting's being recorded.
I guess that came right across the headset.
Yeah, that's a new thing that they're doing. So, but you know what? This is a really good spot to kind of bring this up. Every thought is being recorded. Damn, that's convenient.
All the
Subconsciously.
time.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because your brain's always listening. And there was a training I took in the other day that said, don't trust anything you think. And the whole premise was think about the thoughts you have because it was probably created by somebody else that didn't have a clue the effects of what they were teaching you. Wow. Okay, so today, y'all, yep, I'm going to start talking like a hillbilly because we be going to South Carolina for a wedding. And we're going to get us a whole bunch of people all traveling in an RV. And we're all going to
Yeah.
practice how to talk like a bunch of hillbillies because that's the joke between the two that's be getting married. Because one of them's from the
Okay.
south, one of them could be from the north.
Okay.
So,
You know what the definition of hillbilly is? Michigan potato farmer.
okay. Anyway,
we
but
use hillbilly anyways.
right. So, and I'm going to leave all the mics open today because we're not getting any feedback. So, quite honestly, anybody that wants to unmute and jump into this conversation, I do want to start making this a more interactive experience. So, today I went out running. I got a late start because I've been testing my 54-year-old parts, and some of my parts are going, huh? What are you doing? So I had to explain to all of them this morning what we're doing. So anyway, but
Snap, crackle, pop is not a cereal anymore at our age. It's
well,
when we get out of bed.
Well, they see the thing is I put down 4 miles the other day on Saturday because my lungs are actually now starting to get their proverbial act together.
Nice.
And the number
Cool.
one ingredient to be able to be effective at exercise is get your lungs going so that you got the oxygen to,
Yep.
fuel the proverbial fire. So it's a beautiful thing. So once my lungs started working, then it was time to move the weakness to the next part, which is now getting my legs loosened up because they're not used to that much activity. So it's the hair of the dog psychology. Okay. So if I use that, and honestly, I can use that. So I wanted everybody to think about one time in their life where they made a commitment to somebody to do something at a specific time every day. And I don't care if it's milking cows or showing up for a taekwondo lesson or being the one that's always early at the office before everybody else to show that being early is just what we do, or if it's helping somebody get their tax return done before the proverbial deadline. Every one of us here has made a commitment and stuck with it. And then the hair of the dog psychology for us older guys back in the day when partying like an idiot was cool. If you were going to be a good professional idiot, the next day, some of us that were committed to our stupidity would grab the thing that made us feel like shit and conquer it again.
Right away.
Do immediately. It's like, God, my luck. Am I glad I didn't drink all that fifth because I need some of that to get my shit moving this morning.
Yep.
But now that we've outgrown that, if we use that same hair of the dog mentality for all of our positives, The other day, guys, I made 100 dials.
Nice.
I found 14 people that all said that they already had coverage. 14 people had I bought the newer leads because I'd made more money by helping my friends and family, which, by the way, Randy, I'm one step away from having your solution. And by the way, Jim, I've actually got information for you and me to study. Had I already invested what I was supposed to invest, had I already made sure I was covered by some of these carriers, had I actually studied the 4 different companies that they tell me I'm supposed to study to be competent to start,
Mm-hmm.
I would already have sold the 3 policies that I need, and I'd be qualified to buy A leads, which are so freaking fresh, the ink's not dry. Those were my 14 people in my county.
Wow.
So at this point, I can either suck my thumb or make a fist. And what's so super cool about that is if you think about it, no kid sucks his thumb like this. He makes a fist.
That's right.
So pull your thumb out of your mouth and frickin' hit the situation and make it happen. My intention today is to help you find some more grit. And the cool thing about that is it whole rolls right in with the whole learning how to talk like a hillbilly just to make a big giggle fest about somebody's wedding. I think it's going to be hilarious. It'll be all right. That's the new catchphrase. Which the super cool thing about that is Gail and I now have a way to take pretty much anything shitty that happens in our world and be able to giggle about it at least for a second. Because the number one thing that will change your world is being able to see every single frickin' thing that happens to you that you normally would think is a negative in the past as a positive of some kind. If somebody does something stupid, be grateful that you don't do it. If somebody does something stupid, be grateful that they do because we live in a world of comparisons. And if somebody's being an idiot, they just make you look good. Your brain is always on record. You got to figure out how to make the negatives zany. Jim, there's a song that you would probably really dig. It's called Eliminate the Negatives, Accentuate the Positives. It's an old school song from like the 30s. Coolest thing ever. I actually should put it on auto frickin' repeat till I can sing the song. So, my goal today was to help you grow renewed intensity today. And okay, so I didn't think about it long enough to have something for the S. But I pulled it off the top of my head during a 20-minute run, so I think I'm still doing pretty good. Boom, right there is an example.
Yes.
Gain renewed intensity today. I dare anybody to write that out. Gain renewed intensity today and put it on your to-do list for today.
Doing it right now.
It's the little stuff like that, guys. It's going to make us as adults that have at least 4 decades worth of experience on this call, every single one of us, be able to take the negative crap that the world throws at us and giggle about it and say, thanks, I needed that for my flowers. And anybody that wants to take it to another level, pull up 5-finger death punch, lift me up. Because there's a phrase in there where that dude's planning on kicking the world's ass to get whatever he wants. He's not going to accept failure as an option. In his phrase, is that all you got? Because I ain't got all day.
That's how I feel.
We've wasted enough days on this planet wondering if we deserve to win. And I'm going to tell you right now, every single person, there's 4 of us. There's Nate, Jim, Randy, and me. All 4 of us have worked hard enough to frickin' deserve a 6-digit annual income plus the opportunity to be organized enough to be able to walk away from it and enjoy it by sharing it with somebody and have a hell yes, I am a badass moment. The last part is what I wish for you guys more than anything else. If I have to invest an hour a day for a year to learn how to help people find their inner badass, and they teach it to other people, think about the multiplication factor of what we've done.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about the laptop wiggling around. I just listened to a book about manipulation. Hour and 20 minutes. It's normal speed. I've gotten myself to the point where my brain expects somebody to talk like blah, 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 and I listened to an hour and a half book in about 37 minutes.
Yeah.
The thing is, guys, we are manipulating ourselves every day by accident. Let's figure out how to apply our wisdom and manipulate ourselves in a positive way on purpose.
Yes.
Jim,
On my course, they have the cliff notes on the course. I discovered they do a voice thing. So when I'm at work, I hook the laptop up and it actually plays. It's the same thing, the voice. You can speed it up or slow it down. It's just like all the information, all the test questions, just like it's repeating out. So it's just going in my head,
Really?
regardless, as I'm doing other stuff.
Okay.
So that's true.
Well, I do want you to realize that in that test, the first part is a practice part, and then they repeat it the second third, and then the last third is an actual mock exam. So you're going to have plenty of time to review that again. You really need to just quit being a chicken shit and push the button and move one step forward.
I'm not passing the test. I'm taking the test every day. I'm not passing that final. I'm starting to understand the material now.
Right.
So it's making sense. So I'm getting it.
All I'm saying is there's 2 more levels of review.
I know.
Okay.
Yep.
A lot of people are just getting stuck right there at the end of the first part, and they're just spinning their wheels forever.
Yep.
Dude, if you're getting freaking 75s on the first part, go forward. Don't run, Forrest. Run.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yep. You've been feeding me the whole time. I know. I'm listening to you now. I'm going to show you. I'm moving forward on it. I'm still just taking in the information when I'm doing something where.
Well, we got 6 months between now and the end of the year. I am looking for the 4 people I'm going to turn into agency owners before the turn of the year. That's my thing right now. Looking for 4 people to turn into agency owners before the end of this year.
Well,
anyway,
I'm
back to this
stable
conversation.
Yes, sir.
Grits. Go get yourself some grits. Grow renewed intensity today. Every one of us has got one thing that would change everything. Sometime today, I challenge everybody to set a timer for 50 minutes. Do not use your phone unless it's to look at the timer. Focus on that one thing for 50 minutes. No distractions, no nothing. And see how much you get done. And at the end of that 50 minutes, you can jump up and scream, hell yes, because if nothing else, you prove to yourself you had the discipline to focus for 50 minutes. But I'd be willing to bet you just about anything there's going to be more to celebrate than that. Because anybody that focuses so hard they could make a building blow up on anything for 50 minutes will get results. Now, Jim, one of the things that you're going to like behind this is if you do it a few times in a row, you're going to start thinking about, how am I going to be prepared for these 50 minutes before the time comes up? Then at the end, it'll start becoming a rhythm. Then it'll start becoming a system. And before long, you're going to go, holy crap, I did that in 50 minutes. Wow. And within a week or two, you're actually going to gain time. How many people would like to be able to add time to their day in 2 weeks or less? That's part of what I'm starting to do. Is I'm starting to come up with systems as to when I call wannabe reps. I'm coming up with systems as to when I blow up the phone. I've got set days that I take in my education. I've got set times of the day that I do specific things. And the little tires are starting to hit the ground and get me some traction in a major way. So that it eliminates the inner frustration of working my ass off and not getting anywhere. And it goes right back to that inner bad attitude. Nate, I want to get with you because you actually said that you had made a plan, and I'm very curious to see what that plan is.
Oh, not only a plan, a mission statement, and more of an immediate plan. It's like a realistic 90 days seasonal plan, things that can be done now, and things I've changed some habits, some simple habits I can do even if I woke up and my legs fell off. Things I still can do every day. I have housing together, I have a vehicle, I have a lot of resources, a lot of great things going for myself. So I'm waking up thinking like, what can I do more instead of waking up thinking what got done to me, you know? So that's my attitude is extremely well, and I'm grateful, and I'm not giving up. And the guy told me I couldn't do insurance. He told me, he said, oh, you can't do that. And that was just like the greatest thing I ever heard, because now I'm going to show him. I'm like, okay. And now I'm motivated. Now I'm listening to, because I listen to different material, and these people are just like, don't give up. And I'm listening to their attitudes. I'm like, these guys are like martial artists. And I didn't have a concept of insurance at all. And that's why I'm actually starting to come together. But then there's things you just got to do too. So I'm on it.
Did you catch that email yesterday that they have committed to another conference in Orlando on September 8th and 9th?
I did not catch the email. I have been just foundationally trying to just do things.
We'll talk after this.
Yes, sir.
So guys, go get yourself some grits today.
Yes, sir.
I seriously, again, I challenge everybody. Take a little piece of paper. Gain renewed intensity today. Put that right on your to-do list, guys. One of the most successful.
Interest.
Gain renewed intensity.
Intensity. That's right.
Today. One of the most successful people I know takes a piece of paper like this every day, and he writes his to-dos on there.
Mm-hmm.
And he carries it in his pocket all day long. The super cool thing is it gives you different places to put different to-dos for different parts of your world. So you've actually got 7 different areas to put to-dos. But yet, the thing is, they're all on one little piece of paper that you can stick in your pocket so that you have the psychological effect of crossing shit off a list. That's one of the owners of a soon-to-be billion-dollar valuation company. And if something that simple changed his world to get him to where he's at, it's probably a pretty good idea. There are other people
Write it down.
The other people have more fancy plans, but this just is common sense. So, guys, I hope that helps. 7:07. I started a little late and I ran a little bit long, but hey, gain renewed intensity. Today's success.
Today, action now.
Yep.
Awesome.
So, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. I am going to be pumping these up on Facebook and up on YouTube. So, anybody that's catching them on YouTube, do me a favor and subscribe and share it with your friends. My mission is to learn things and be the poster child of application so that you guys can get through your levels of frustration to get the success that you deserve by pulling the crap out of your head that other people have put in there that convinces you that you're not worthy. Because if you're willing to do the work and willing to outwork the rest of the world, you deserve to win. I think for some of us, we need to just think about, why not me? Think about that. Why not me? Who deserves it more than me? My situation? Nobody. I know that might sound arrogant, but let's get real. Everybody on here has tried keeping up with me. Who deserves to build an empire more than me? Nobody. So it's about time I started doing what I have to make it happen today. Got to go, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that helps. We'll see you soon.
Sure.